Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad that you're here because tonight we're talking about the first round, but we're not just going to talk about the third overall pick. Listen, we have talked about the third overall pick ad nauseum. I've been tired of talking about this for the last 3 weeks. The draft is here. We need to talk about pick 24. Everyone, we know there's like 2-3 guys we're going to get at 3, but let's talk about the Minnesota pick that we got in the Quinn Hughes trade. That pick is going to be really interesting. There are going to be some very good players that are going to drop to 24, and I can't wait. I'm so excited about it. Now, obviously, I'm losing my mind, and it is what it is. So we're going to dive into it. Glad you're here. Hit the like and subscribe, everyone, because we're getting into it tonight. All right, let's dive in. I'm going to get into your comments, so post it in the comments. Who do you think the Canucks are going to take at 24? Vancouver. Oh, I'm going to put the Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks select at 24. That's what we're going to talk about. And then I'm going to put ... at 24th overall ... Okay, that's the big question tonight. Okay, that's the big question. Now, it does a little bit depend on what we pick on that first that third overall pick. Now, you know what I've been saying. It's going to be Malhotra. It's going to be Malhotra. It's going to be Malhotra. I think I want it to be Stenberg if he's available, but I don't think San Jose misses on him. So we're going to get Malhotra. And the thing is, Malhotra's not a bad player. He's a two-way player who can score. He can play defense. I like him. Okay, I like him as a person, as a player, all that kind of stuff. But if we're talking about elite, I want Stenberg. But if we get Malhotra, okay, cool, whatever. That's still good. Okay, and we're trying to rebuild this team the right way. And there's a big difference between him playoff pretender and a cup contender. So here are some players that I absolutely want us to land at 24. Okay. There's going to be somebody that's going to be very good. There's going to be somebody that's going to drop. Now, I'm going to start with some defensemen. And I know most Canuck fans are like, do not talk about these defensemen. Okay. But if we landed one of these guys, it would be amazing. I do not think we're going to get a defenseman at 3. I don't think we're going Reed, Verhoff, Carls. We're not going any of those guys. Smiths, we're not going that way. Okay. What we're going to do, and by the way, I just want to win once before I die. Now, it's going to be quite a few years to rebuild this team. So a lot of people are like, don't draft defenseman because you're going to get a great one next year. There's great centers next year too, and we're probably going with Malhotra. So you can't go wrong with too many centers. You can't go wrong with too many great defensemen. But I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this draft. Okay, let's start with the defenseman, okay? And I hope I have all these stats correct about their height and weight and all that stuff. But Xavier Villeneuve, 18 years old, left-handed shot defenseman, height is 5'11", weight 177 pounds, from Finland. Man, guys, if we could land him, this would be awesome. He might just be a top 10 pick. I think like if he gets to us at 24, you have to run to the table and hit the accept button, okay? Or put the pick is in, put his name in. I don't know if he's going to be there. Pretty sure he won't be, to be honest with you. But if he is, that's who I'm taking, and I'm not thinking about it. Now, I'm not necessarily wanting a defenseman there, but if some of these guys are there. The other guy that I think is very good is William Hackinson. And he's 18 years old, left-handed shot defenseman, 6'4", already 216 pounds. I like this kid. I think he's going to be solid. I think he's going to have a solid NHL career. And of course, and this is the other one, okay? Lyle, Tommy, here's the thing about Tommy. Fantastic player. Absolutely fantastic player. Okay. Now we're going to get into the forwards in just a second. Okay. But if you look at his stats, it's insane. It's something like is it in the 67s? In 63 games, he had 81 points as a D for the Moncton Wildcats. Say what? That's insane. This kid, if he's available, you're like, now his weight, not really that big, but who has offensive upside like this guy? I don't think he makes it to 24, guys. Okay, let's dive in to what you're here for, and it's for the forwards. Okay, so those are the three. These are the three guys that I would seriously consider. I'd be really excited if any one of them is there, and the Canucks pick them. 24 is a tough one. People say, well, you know, the odds of the 24 pick panning out are blah, blah, blah. It's like, guys, do you remember the draft that Brock Besser got drafted in the 20s? Eriksson Ek got drafted right before, 2 picks before, I believe. Brock Besser, like, these guys are going to contribute. Are they going to be top line players? I don't know. But Brock Besser has been a top line right winger. I'm just saying. So if we're going for forwards, oh guys, if we're going forwards, I get so excited about these guys. Okay. This is the guy I don't think is going to be there at 24. But if there's somehow, some way he lands here, I am going to be over the moon excited. Like pumped. Okay. Nikita Klapoff, 17-year-old center, 6 foot, 181 pounds. Played his nationality is from the United States of America. By the way, so was Tommy. And I don't care if kids are from the United States. Everyone's like, look, Brady Tkachuk left, Matthew Tkachuk left, Quinn Hughes left, you know, blah, blah, blah. Guys, guess what? John Tavares left the States, come to Canada. We're not mad about that. There's been over the years, so many Canadian kids are like, I want to play in Canada. Listen, I'm hoping Bedard says, I'm coming back to Canada and I'm playing for the Vancouver Canucks. That would be awesome. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. Okay, Klepoff is guy. Hands down, run to the I would pick him over anyone else that we're talking about today. This is the guy I want at 24. Absolutely. Again, think he's going to go higher than that, but you never know. People drop. Now, the other one that's realistic is Ilya Morozov, the Russian 6'3", 200 pounds, 17-year-old center. Guys, I just really like this kid. Like, and I mean really, really like this kid. And I probably deleted his picture, but he's so stinking cool. This guy, I think he's going to have a solid NHL career. You know what I mean? Like, have you guys heard anything about him yet? There's a little, where is the description of him? No, this is a different, if it's a different one right here. Okay. So this is, I found this one on Canucks Army. He plays for the Miami University, Ohio. Okay. He's ranked Final Scout number 10 North American skater overall. Okay. Shoots left, 36 games played, 12 assists, 8 goals in the NCAA. I like this kid a lot. Okay. I know those numbers don't sound good, but he's playing against older guys. I think that he could be like a middle 6 center. Okay. So what it says is that he brings size, intelligence, and a mature understanding of how to impact the game without necessarily dominating the score sheet. Morozov is a player who wins with his mind, rarely forcing plays and relying instead on strong positioning, efficient puck movement, and the ability to anticipate developing situations. Sign me up, guys. Sign me up. He's consistently demonstrated a willingness to engage it physically while maintaining strong defensive structure. What don't you like about this guy? He's the type of players coaches quickly come to trust because his mistakes are infrequent and his effort is rarely questioned. By the way, this is from Dave Hall, who does great work at Canucks army. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So he's a guy that I would be absolutely. He's the youngest player within the NCAA circuit, guys. This guy, oh, he's got. I think he can come to 20. I think this is a realistic one. So this is the guy that, you know how, like, when you're watching, when you're thinking about the draft and then you zone in on certain guys, like everyone's zoned in on, it's either Malhotra or Stenberg or whatever, right? I think this is the guy I'm zoning in for because I think it's the most realistic. I don't think Klepov gets there, and man, I would love him. Now, the one that Canuck fans are in love with, and I like this kid too. It's just that I wonder if it's too early, but people are in love. This is where Canuck fans are in love. They want the Ruck twins. And their interview on Donnie and Dollywall was excellent. Man, I mean, we're talking identical twins, guys. It looks like to me. Looks like the Daniel and Sedin. You can't tell them apart. 18 years old, right winger. Okay, 5'11", 177 pounds. Okay, so, but the big news that just came out, and let's see if I have it here. It's under downloads. Yes, it is. Right. Where did I put it? No, it's right where I had it. Why did I miss it? Oh, of course, because you can't see it. It's not. It won't come up. It's the wrong format. Stupid thing. Okay. They've just all that to say they just committed to North Dakota, where Keaton Verhoff is playing, but they're not committed for this year. They're going to go back to Medicine Hat this year and then go to the NCAA the year after. They're trying to develop the right way. So this is the only way, right? If you're going to go 24th and you go Liam, you got to go at 33, right? You have to go at 33 and get his twin, right? You got it. You just can't. You just can't not do it. So 3rd overall, 24th overall, 33. If you want I would love it if we could get the Ruck twins at 33 and 41, but I don't think that teams won't let you do that. They're not going to let you do that. So I think this is kind of what the Canuck fans are kind of hoping for now, that it'll be Caleb, Liam Ruck, and Marcus Ruck, and that they will consider this a massive success. That's what they think. But none of those guys, I don't think, are going to play next year. Well, I know the Ruck twins aren't. But there's some good players. Okay, there's some real good players. Now, the last one I want to talk about at 24, and I don't know if this is too early. This might be more of a 33, is this guy, Rogowski. Okay, 17-year-old center, height 6'7", 235 pounds. Guys, you hear 235 pounds at 17 years old? I think taking him at 24 is not a bad move. Not a bad move. You guys tell me. Like, it might be a little too early, but someone's going to take a risk on this guy. And I would be open to taking him at, I mean, if we could get him at 33, I would be over. Like, okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get the Ruck twins, but if we did, cool. But if we went and got, like, if we got Morozov at 24 and we're talking about Rogowski at 33, yes, please. Yes, please. These are some players that I am absolutely pumped about. There's a whole bunch of other ones. I would love to hear who else you would like to see play for the Canucks. Or get drafted by the Canucks and play for us. I want to dive into my promo, and then guess what we're going to do? I'm going to get into your comments. Pumped that you're here. Let's get it. I love that you guys and girls are here watching this, whether you're watching this live or watching this later. Pumped that you're here. But if you think about it for a moment, there's a trade rumor that Perfetti is breaking on stream right now. Said it's probably not going to happen, but I saw a rumor of EP40 and Jake DeBrusk plus 24 pick for pick 8 plus Cole Perfetti. Could you imagine if Perfetti and the 8th pick come our way? It's definitely going to be an interesting draft day. Now, I'm with you. I don't think this trade's going to happen because, first of all, I don't think EP40 gets traded at draft day. If he's going to get traded, it's after the draft, in my opinion, in between now and the beginning of the season. But I could see, could you get that for Jake DeBrusk in 24th? No, I don't think you could. I don't think you could get 20. Could get down to 8. But yeah, that would be a monster deal. I think, in all honesty, they would have to. I mean, how much does Perfetti make? That's what I want to know. Not Perfetti. Perfetti. Where's my Puckpedia? Gotta go here. Come on. Why isn't this coming up? Oh, I didn't brush it hard enough. Okay. So Winnipeg, I mean, we know what Jake gets, 5.5. Perfetti, where is he? Oh, he's an RFA. 24 years old. Oh, I could do that deal in a heartbeat. Well, probably. Yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat. It's not going to happen. You're right. Okay. Since we have 2 first-round picks, we should gamble and draft someone with high risk and high reward. Someone like, yes, that's exactly. Villeneuve would be awesome, man. It'd be awesome. Coach Rob's in the building. Sports Muppets is here. One of the Ruck brothers is what we want at 24. I just think it's a little early, but I know that everyone's there. I don't remember where I saw it. I thought, oh no. I started to cry a little bit when he saw it. Could you imagine? Maddox DNA is, or Moroza. You know what? DNA is very good. Speaking of which, I saw a conversation about him. Where is he? Where's his stuff? No, it's over here. Right here. So DNA, is that Degane? So he plays in the QMJHL. He's 18. He's a center, 6'3", 196. Yeah, this kid would be great too. Central Scouting final rank number 15 North American skater. Son of the forward Pierre Dagenet. So he had 62 points in 62 games. I mean, he's solid too. But I don't know if this usually. I don't know if he would be the best, but I mean, he's an option as well. But Morozov is the guy I kind of feel like I want to do. I'm against trading EP40. His value is an all-time low, but DeBrusk, Besser, Hronek is another story. Nobody's going to want Besser, and he doesn't want to leave. All these guys have no movement clauses. They can Cliffy. They can. Is it Cliffy or Cliff, and then Philly? So here's the thing. They all could say no thanks, right? But I think DeBrusk and Hronek are legitimate. I don't think Besser and EP40 are. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. 24th pick, any medium-sized, slowish wingers. Medium-sized. I mean, why would we want that? Well, I guess are we talking Brock Besser? Because he scored 40 goals in the NHL in a season. It's pretty good. I don't know. I have a feeling that if we want to be safe, Ryan Lynn is going to fall to us at 20. I don't think he falls to 24, but if he does, it'd be hard for the Canucks not to take him. I had a feeling they won't. You have a feeling they won't pick Malhotra? It's interesting. I hope not Malhotra, but I have mentioned it too many times. Yes, I'm with you. There's news out there. Malhotra would prefer not to be drafted by the Canucks. Sounds great to me. The Sedins are going to use their twin magic to get the Ruck twins. I'm not saying it's the best option. I think they just might. You know, they led the league, the Western Conference, the WHL, the Western Hockey League, in points. So, I mean, they got offense upside. Bjork or Carls at 3. That's fair. That's fair. If you want Bjork, the thing is you should trade back and get Bjork and then try to get more draft capital. That's what I would do. If Hawkinson is there at 33, or if we can get the 25th pick from the Sens for DeBrusque, there you go. There you go. Right? But no, the Sens, do they have the 25th pick now? I think they do. Got to put NHL Draft order, because now that it's changed, right? Complete order right here. All right. So 25 is Ottawa from Tampa Bay via Seattle via 4. Okay. That'd be cool. So Ottawa has now 9. Whew. So maybe Ottawa's the new team that's going to go get the Ruck twins. 9, 25, and 32. Incredible. Incredible. Calgary could get the Ruck twins too. But Hawkinson is there at 33. Oh, man, that would be awesome. Be awesome. Bad news for you, RevTrev. Heard head scout Todd Harvey apparently likes Verhoff over Malhotra. That's fine. Why is that bad news for me? Saw reports Hronek would use his no movement clause to reject the trade. Yeah, right? Bjork, Rucks, Command with first 4 picks. I don't think Command makes it to that 4th pick, man, but that'd be great. That'd be great if we could get all. Verhoff is a great 6 to 8 pick, not a great 3. I think Verhoff will be better than people are giving him credit for. I mean, he's big. He's big. All NCAA players found it tough to adjust, except for McKenna, who's been ripping it up second half of the season. No to the Rucks, Johnny Canuck says. Perry was 23rd. Wyatt Johnson as well. Let's go. Exactly. Verhoff is one of the youngest guys of the draft. He is. Having a son played same team doesn't make sense. Daddy's boys players will rant to you. Okay. The John Tavares curse. I mean, he's good though, man. He's good. If they pick Reed, he'll probably be ready to take over for Hronek when his limited movement clause kicks in 2028. Yeah, you don't have to trade Hronek. He's not going to change any value after this season anyways. My kids left Canada. Great move for them. It's a big world. Oh, okay. It is a big world. It is a big world, Nicholas. You're right. It happens. Angel, it's not a problem. It doesn't happen a lot, but it's never been a problem in the history of the NHL. Yeah, I think it's fine. Manny and Caleb would be fine. Again, I feel like I'm a broken record when it comes to this. I know people want to talk about 3. I want to talk about 24. Okay, but last comment about 3. I have no problem if Manny wants to play his son because he's 3rd overall. Listen, if you get a 3rd overall, you better be playing him. I don't care what his name is. Right? Anyways, Cam Robinson reported that Malhotra would prefer not to be drafted by the Canucks. That's totally understandable. He wants to chart his own development. That's fine. Interesting, though. They'll probably get a defenseman, move Haro, and yeah. So at 3, okay. I mean, Carls, Verhoff, and Reed, all great options. Players don't choose who picks them, though. It's true. He wants to be the next Taves in Chicago. That's why. Okay. Why pick a player who prefers not to be here? He might just be saying that. I'd take Chase Reed if McKenna and Stenberg are off the board. That's a very good pick. The whole fear of Americans as flight risk is blown out of proportion. I agree. Caulfield, Hudson are with the Habs. True. Also, Brock Besser, Garland, Demko all re-signed with Vancouver. So Carson Karls has more grit and physicality is plus is Canadian. I like that. I like that too. I like him a lot. I'd be very happy if we got him. Trade Hronek for a high pick like Hronek and a bit more for fourth. I don't think Chicago. I don't know. Chicago, would Hronek want to do that? By the way, guys, if you've been following sports and you're interested in the NBA, talking about trades, that Giannis trade to Miami is one of the largest trades in NBA history. 3 first-round picks, then they swap the next first-round pick if it's higher or lower, and get a second plus players. It's insane. Okay, that's my side note. Okay, Chicago wouldn't trade Hronek straight for a 4th overall pick. No, they would not. Karls can hit, and seen his highlights. So that's good. Don't undervalue Hronek. Ulevy is a 5th overall pick. It's because Ulevy was actually a good pick. I would prefer to have Tkachuk, but listen, guys, listen. We're talking about injuries killed Ulevy. You know what I mean? So make sure. I'm just turning off my phone there, the ringer. If Columbus really wants DeBrusk for 14th overall, I would do that. I would do that too. I'd do it in a heartbeat. Package that with 24th overall to move up the draft. Yes. Belchez, Wyatt Cullen. I'd be so excited. I would be so excited if this happened, man. Carson Karls is the toughest D-man. He can beat down guys. Yep. Get Olivier out of Columbus to pair up with Douglas. Oh, yeah. If we went and got Olivier, I don't think we would extend Douglas. You don't need to draft the second ruck. He can sign to join his brother after college as a free agent. Sure. Yeah, you'd want them to be the smash rolls. I mean, that would make sense for Douglas and Olivier. I doubt Columbus would trade their 14th overall for DeBrusk. I agree. But maybe 14th, DeBrusk, and our 24th, probably. Big boys in that age at 17. I know, man. They're huge. 230-pound center. How does he skate? I'm not great. Not great. Doesn't score enough. I get it. Rakowski is the guy you're talking about. Trying to sign a ruck bro as a free agent. That's pretty much 3 to 4 years away. Drop to 6th. 35-36 from Calgary. Draft Bjork. I've been talking about this. I've been talking over and over and over about this. You know that. You've been in my streams. I would be totally okay with that. Get more draft capital. Jimmy, don't matter who we pick. If they're good, they will go to where tax is low, weather is nice. There are too many liberals voting in Crooks, Canada. Can't have nice things like the Stanley Cup. Okay, I guess so. It's like that's the most depressing comment you've done in like a long time, Jimmy. It's yikes. Oh, depression all over the place. Okay. We looked small in an age that they're big. They're big, man. 17. If the Canucks dropped 6 overall, Calgary needs to include Perek. No, they're not going to do that. Dude, this trade that he said, no word of a lie. I literally have said that. Where is it? 34, this one right here. I literally made a video and talked about that. I would seriously consider it if Stenberg and McKenna are gone. I would seriously consider this. In fact, there would be a world where Caleb Maholter drops to 6th and we get those 2 extra picks. I'd be pumped. So don't use the 3rd overall on Caleb. Wait till next year if we don't get landing point. Alexis Joseph is amazing future first center. I agree. But Calgary's not taking Parekh. Like, not Ganvey, not Parekh. They're not, trust me. DeBrusk to Ottawa for the 25th pick and a prospect, and then draft Ruck Twins at 24, 25. I mean, that would be fun. That would be fun, man. Sean, that would be fun. There's two other guys I'd prefer there, but I like those guys. I like them, but it'd be fun for Vancouver. EP40 and DeBrusk for Winnipeg's pick is bad. Too much to give it up. I agree. If you want Velarde, not Perfetti. Okay. Jets are never trading Velarde. Canucks draft Verhoff. Okay, Brian, we're about to find out on Friday. He's an American, though, Joseph. So I draft Americans. I don't mind. Whatever it takes to win a cup. I don't care. The wildest thing I ever said is give Chicago a 3rd overall and Hronek for Bedard. Never happening, but sounds like negotiations are hitting snags. You're right. Lafreniere or Schneider from Raiders to swap 3rd overall and 5th overall. Who says no? I don't know. Don't you just feel like Lafreniere is a bust now? Schneider's good, but I don't know. That doesn't get me excited. You know what? Why not? Just do it. Just do it. 24, Mathis Preston, Vancouver boy. I think you can get Mathis Preston at 33. That's why I didn't have him in there. But I do like the idea. Have to go with the big. Now, here's the thing with Preston. Quick, fast, got some skill, just hasn't scored enough. But when you get into those ranges, the scoring's not consistent for some of these guys. Have to go with the big Russian war at war. WR. Roll, right winger. Russian right winger at 3. What? I have to go with the big Russian right winger at. I don't get what you're saying, Rolly. So Canuck fans don't want Swedes, and now they don't want Americans. No. I want Stenberg. I don't mind having Swedes as long as they're good. Try for the Rucktons, Ryan. They're probably going to do that. Doodle hockey depends on how we want to go. Do we go boom and bust like Preston, or go work ethic and size like Rogowski? At 24, I think 24. I'd be willing to take the risk on Rogowski. Preston, to me, and by the way, I just heard your thing on Sportsnet 650, the radio station. I was listening to it driving. Great job, Jacob. I heard your conversation about these guys, but I'm kind of leery. I like Preston. I just wouldn't want to take him at 24. I would be much better taking him at 33. That's my person. I think, if memory serves me correctly, I think that's what you would do as well. Go with beef. Yeah, I know. I mean, Rogowski is humongous. Stenberg or Reed at 3rd overall, then I would pursue the Rucks. I think DeBrusk can land us a pick. That would be great, but I think it's a 2nd-round pick, not a 1st-round pick. Rogowski or Belchez. Belchez, I think, is going in the top 15, if not the top 12, so we're not getting Belchez, in my opinion. Rucks are going NCAA next year. Yep, we talked about that. Most draft picks are going NCAA next season, so that's good. North Dakota, yep. I had a picture. It's the wrong format, so I can't just print it up here. Not the Rucks. Back to the dub. Yep, you're going back to the WHL. Alfred, if we draft Chase Reed, what is the likelihood he will leave Vancouver for the States? Yeah, I just don't buy into this, that just because someone's from the States, that means they're going to leave to go to things. Now, here's the pushback, though, that I think everyone's saying. Why wouldn't Americans want to play in America, and why wouldn't Canadians want to play in Canada? Here's the other one. In America, you have a legitimate shot of winning a Stanley Cup. In Canada, we haven't won since 1993. So, just saying, I'm not criticizing them, but there's a lot of Americans that want to play in Canada. Jay, think we'll trade 3 and something after 8. What do you mean, and something after 8? What do you mean, Jay? We'll trade 3 and something and get 8? With Winnipeg, you mean? That'd be crazy. I don't think we're going to drop that far. Canucks aren't going to draft Reed. He'll be gone at 2, which if that happens, then that means we can get Stenberg. That'd be great. I want Landon DuPont. End of story. That's next year, and we got to win the draft to do it. I don't see the Canucks winning the draft lottery. I don't see it either. Never. So discouraged about this year. Like Toronto and San Jose leapfrog us. Are you kidding me? May have to focus on other players. Yes, we will. Yeah, DuPont won't fall to 3rd, right? If Canucks drop, it's for Verhoff, okay? SGA is in the building. Good to see you. Welcome. Reed won't leave because his buddy is already on our team. Bulliam is that guy. Oh, sweet, Jack. That's the intel we need. Glad to have you here. Imagine Bulliam on the left, Reed on the right. Whew, that'd be a great defensive pair. I'd take a swing at Van Hanen from Everett at 24. He's projected in the 2nd round, but I think he moved into the 1st round with his top 2 scoring at the Memorial Cup. That's fair. That's one that I'm going to need to do a little bit more research on. Alexander Karmanov, 7'1". Yeah, great show, man. Great show. Klepov at 24 is the guy I want, but Gleb, is it Gleb? Let me see. Forwards. I'm just going to quickly look at the forwards here while we're looking here. Are you talking about Klepov? Klepov? Because that's the guy I want. Is that who you're talking about? I think that's who you're talking about. A lot of people also talking about that Nordmark dude, but that's a tough one. Morozov to me is the guy I'm kind of zoning in on. Really good. So I think that's who you're talking about. Malcolm would be another fun one. He is a monster. Do reports that Alvin is interested in Reed make you more or less interested in drafting him? I think Alvin's fine at drafting. He is by most accounts a great scout, but potentially bad at evaluating. I think bad at giving out contracts. Are we tanking for DuPont? I don't think we have a choice. I don't think we're good enough, but William is stud. He'll be one recruiting the Americans. Vancouver is a great city. By the way, Facebook Marketplace, a person I know had a Bulliam rookie card, a Young Guns rookie card, upper deck, selling it for $20. And I'm like, is that too much to get? He's already sold it. I messaged him yesterday and he's like, it's already gone. I'm like, dang. Please no more tanking. I mean, I don't think we have a choice, Perfetti. How many Americans are on each Canadian team currently? I don't know. Tanking doesn't win number 1 overall. It gives us a better chance, but it doesn't. But yes, I think we're going to tank. And you're right. It's going to make us top 3. You might have mentioned this before, but whom do you think the Canucks should trade for more picks in this draft? DeBrusk, and I'm hoping for a 2nd and a 3rd. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm also open to trading back if Stenberg and McKenna are gone, and then accumulating more picks and just moving down a few spots. That's what I would do. CMAP. The fear is that Reed will bolt for the USA, but Harm made the point that if he is the player we're hearing he is, he'd fetch a haul. There you go. Oh, this is the monster guy. Okay. I'm gonna have to do some more research. I'm gonna write that down right now while we're thinking about it. Let's see. Alexander? No, Nazar. What is he at? 6'4", 227, center left winger. Wow. Okay. I heard Reed didn't get as much play time with the United States. He moved to the OHL. Okay. Okay. So it's possible he might not be inclined to move. Would taking both ruck twins at 24 and 20 be a meme pick? I'm nervous about this, guys. I just feel like we're too far in love with the twins, and we think that this is going to work. It might not work. They both might not pan out, but maybe they're great. I like the chemistry thing. Where some convinced the performance put on the last season was a result of tanking. The Canucks were one of the weakest teams this decade, and Foote refused to play Kane less than 45 minutes a game. Fair. He's Malkin 2.0. That would be great to get him. I don't think they met or talked to Morozov at the draft. I forgot about that. At the combine, you mean, right? We are not tanking by choice, my friend. I know. It's not by choice. It's not that good. That's not tanking then. That's losing. I mean, and if we get injuries, then we're tanking. Tanking is personally losing for a pick. We did the last year. It didn't work. Look up his stats. Okay, let's look up his stats. Does it even show his stats here? So, and he's played for the MHL. So is that that's not the KHL. In 51 games, he had 49 points, 30 goals, 19 assists. In 6 playoff games, he had 1 assist. Oh, geez. I mean, he's still got time. Yeah, he's a beast. Upper Deck Young Gun cards that make me back. It takes me back to my childhood. Upper Deck and Pro Set had a huge yes. 25 American players on Canadian NHL teams per 25 American players on NHL teams. Okay. And he plays bigger than he is. He's 6'4". Dude looks like he's 6'7", and he's fast too. Okay. I'll have to look at some highlights. I'd take him before McKenna, you would, Jack. I'm a big fan. Oh, thanks, SGA. You're nice. Top 3 in 2027 would be an awesome. You're an absolute legend. Thank you. And you always like my hats, but I mean, they're pretty nice. I like my logo. It's pretty cool, eh? All right, everyone. I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I know you guys gotta go to work. School. There's no school for anyone anymore. So if you're watching now, thanks so much for being here, everyone. I really appreciate you spending the time. I've enjoyed the chat. Tonight was a great chat. It's great. Just do me a favor. If you're still here, could you just share this on your social media? Get this out. I want people to know about my channel. I would love to know about it. Okay. Thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by. Appreciate you. We're going to believe in blue. We're totally into the rebuild now. Draft is this Friday. And we cheer for this team no matter what. Go Canucks, go.